And then I sat down that same evening, and my wife was making supper, and I just got lost in it. Like literally the first page, it just gripped me. Louis' writing style is fantastic. And I remember saying over and over to my wife, I just say, yes, die ou kan skryf. Yes, die ou kan skryf. Hy's so goed. Hy skryf so goed. And she was like, are you listening to me? Because she was talking about something else. And I said, no, I'll be honest, I'm not. I'm just so fascinated with Louis' writing style. So Bruno, I'd like to turn to you. You know, you're a friend of Louis, but you're also an author in your own right. How do one go about capturing Louis' writing style?
It's definitely very different than mine. I have a different experience to yours, you know. I would not be drawn to that kind of books, naturally. I would describe it maybe as a mix between C.S. Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien's, right? And maybe even a hint of Morningstar. What's his name? God now. Morningstar guy. Anyway, so it's that type of fantasy, but then there's deeper meaning, and for me that's too much of having to think and dig and stuff. I don't naturally read that kind of stuff, you know. So I have a different experience, but because he's my friend, and we had lots of time during lockdown, I got into the journey, and I read it for his sake, really. But then as I got into it, I started enjoying it more and more, and all of a sudden the story became part of me. And of course I had the privilege to always bounce it with Louis and learn a lot about it, what is the meaning. And that's where I could already see it's actually really part of who he is. And so his story became part of me, and God's story became part of me through this book. So I want to encourage even those people that, like me, maybe wouldn't read that kind of literature. This is a great way of engaging with it and being challenged by it and allowing it to work on you.